First off, I want to just share a trigger warning for anyone who struggles with mental health, whatever that looks like, mental wellness. Maybe you have a struggle that's diagnosed or maybe not diagnosed. Maybe you just had a lot of struggles. I know I talk a lot about money and how to earn money online, but I want to go behind that story a little bit today. I'm going to share what put me on the trajectory of being where I am today. And this matters because it plays into everything that has driven my entire life from the time I was 15 years old. Up to the time I was 15 years old, I lived at home. I left home at 15 in grade 8. So I literally had a grade 8 education. I was 15 years old and I left home because I felt in danger. And I was also extremely angry after years of all the abuses. I'm just going to say that because I don't think I really need to get into too much detail about what those were, just to say that it was horrific. And I'm trying to be careful about my words because of, the algorithm and stuff, but I'm sure you can figure it out. Running from home, running from people, running from situations, running scared, which brings me to why we're going to have this video today, because I think that this doesn't get talked about enough. And anyone that's been watching me for any amount of time, I talk a little bit about mental wellness and how we can make our lives better, but I want you to know what it is I've struggled with and why I've come to these conclusions. Sometime in the last 5 or 6 years, I was diagnosed with both ADD, attention deficit disorder, as well as PTSD. I think it's different for a lot of people. And I think that there's a lot of people, particularly women, walking around out there undiagnosed. I can tell you that my diagnosis changed a lot for me. One, I was able to get on medication that has helped me tremendously. Just the acknowledgement that I wasn't that different. That I was different for a reason was more about it. Like that something actually happened to me to make my brain a bit crazy. That's the best way I can put that. Back to why I'm recording this video today is because I talk a lot about online earning and how we can, do better. With money. My reason behind that has always been, or at least publicly, that, it's because of your retirement, it's because of this, it's because of that, you need to make more money. But the truth is that there's a lot of women walking around out there who can't afford the proper care. I was really lucky to even get that diagnosis. It is so hard to get healthcare for mental health. Mental health or mental wellness is made worse by financial struggles. I know this from my own experience. I know it from talking to other women, and I know it from just what I see. Women live longer and earn less money. There are so many women in poverty right now. Maybe their social security just covers the rent and a little bit of food. I believe that all starts with mental health issues. But even before the mental health issues is the financial struggles that people have. It takes away any mental health wellness we might have had. When you work out your financial stability, you work out a lot of mental wellness issues. I know this from my own experience because my whole life up until a couple of years ago was all about just making it, right? So I would just have enough to pay those bills. I would just have enough to stay out of collections. I would just have enough to make sure my rent was covered or whatever I had to cover. And what I've noticed in the last couple of years is that I still have that issue. Like even when my expenses double because I go to Mexico, I still manage to do that. So why am I not doing that the rest of the time, right? So that's the way it was till about, I don't know, probably 3 years ago. So the reason I'm so passionate about women learning how to earn online in way less time is because when we have mental wellness struggles, we need the time for self-care. We need the time to look after ourselves. We need the time to take a nap, quite frankly, when things are overwhelming. Part of the reason I live in an RV park is because I don't want to run into my neighbors in the hallway. Because I'm not always in a mental state where I can deal with people. And that's just the way it is for me. And not to say that I'm stuck here and I'm never going to get any better. I have been working on my mental wellness literally since I was 22 and I'm 58 now. Taking the financial strain off has helped me immensely. Now, taking off the mental strain and freeing up time. So 3, 4, 5 years ago, I could take off the mental strain financially. I learned how to do that. But now I'm getting to a place where my workday is getting so short that I have so much more time now to spend on my self-care, which feeds into my mental wellness. The point I'm making is that now that I'm in a place with a system that I can earn money in a few hours a day instead of having to spend my whole day, Monday to Friday, earning income, it's making it far easier for me to do a few things. And a couple of those things are spend more time working on my self-care. Spend more time with people that fill me up and make me, feel whole. Financially, I can afford not to be on the West Coast in the winter, where I can go to Mexico and not struggle to pay for both my rent in Canada and my rent in Mexico. So the next sort of iteration of this for me is to continue to grow my wealth. The point I'm making is that I have struggled long and hard to get to a place where I can help other women change their financial wellness so that they can change their mental wellness and make their lives way more. And I'm emotional about that because all I've ever wanted to do my whole life was help other women not feel like crap. Editing April here. I'm not sure what I did to the end of that video. I know I was quite upset when I recorded it. If you made it all the way to the end, I really appreciate it. I don't know that I've ever even considered sharing my story out loud like that. I did cut a lot of the details out because I didn't think it was important for you to get an idea of why I do what I do. Reach out to me directly or subscribe or like the video or share it. I just want women to know that there is a way out and it's not as hard as anything you've already been through. Thanks for watching.